Today we're talking about how to sell DVDs on eBay. Now most people don't know this, but DVDs are actually one of the best products that you can be selling. And I should know, over the last 6 years, I've been able to sell over $180,000 worth of DVDs on eBay. And the good news is, this category isn't slowing down anytime soon. So in this video today, you're gonna know what DVDs to sell, how to price them, how to list them, and then how to ship them off so you don't stuff it up. I remember the first time that I walked into a thrift store and I looked at a wall of DVDs. I felt so overwhelmed. I didn't know where to start. I didn't know what DVDs were going to be profitable and what DVDs were going to be a waste of time. And I've broken it into 5 different stages. And the first step is going to be singles. They're actually the DVDs that I would avoid, and they're also the DVDs that are going to be the most common. So when you walk into a wall of DVDs at a thrift store, 90% of the DVDs are actually going to be singles. And we want to avoid them because when we look up these sort of DVDs on eBay, they don't sell for a lot of money. The next one is bundles. Now, we often do this with kids shows and with movies. And a really great example here is Harry Potter. We've got a bundled stack of all of the different Harry Potter movies, and we can now list this up in what we call a bundle. So bundles are kind of the first starting point for you to go ahead and list up an item on eBay. Bundles usually sell for over 20 bucks. The next one that you want to find is something called brand new and sealed. Sounds pretty obvious, but you often get a little bit more money when you spy these with their actual original wrapping. But just note in the back of your mind, if it is brand new and sealed, you can search for brand new and sealed on eBay and tends to have a slightly higher price point. The next one, out of print. You'll often see this on eBay where eBay listings will be referenced as OOP. That refers to out of print. And there are a number of different movies that are out of print that you only realize when you do your research and you see other sellers have labeled it out of print. Because there's some scarcity there, there's not a lot of copies, it is rare, and therefore it goes for slightly more money. But the bee's knees, the best of the best when it comes to selling DVDs are things like the complete series sets. Now these often come in things like a slipcase, and they have wording and terminology like the complete series on the front there of Sherlock Holmes. This one here is another great example. On the front cover, it's an anime series, but it says that it's the complete series of the anime series. So therefore, this one actually sells for about $90 on eBay. Some ridiculously good money. Region codes are super important with DVDs because region codes relate to DVD players. Now, certain DVD players play only certain regions. Now, here in Australia, the ones that you want to find are region 4. But if you're in the States, it's going to be a region 1. And if you're in the UK, it's going to be a region 2. Now, a lot of people will say to me, Matt, should I go ahead and source region 1 and 2 if I'm here in Australia? And you absolutely should, because there are region free players that are out there. Now, condition checks. A lot of people ask me questions. There are so many DVDs, like all of these Harry Potters. Would you have to, which is what a lot of people say, put it into a DVD player and see if it plays? That's a very common question that I get. You might be wondering that yourself. And if I was to have to do that, I wouldn't be an eBay seller. I would be a professional DVD tester, because that would take up all of my time. So I definitely don't want you guys to plug in the DVD into a DVD player to see if it plays for testing. Just do a quality check. Literally just take your DVD, open it up, pop one out, and then just do a little quality check with the eye and just have a look. And if there's no surface scratches on the disc, or if it doesn't look too bad and there's just some light surface scratches, that DVD will play fine in a DVD player. You don't need to test it. Next, we're going to work out how to actually go ahead and price up our item. So if we're in a thrift store, how do we work out exactly how much this item actually sells for on eBay? I've got a screen recording here, and we're going to be using this copy of Sherlock Holmes, the complete series, because it is a good one, and you're going to see in a second just how much it sells for. So I'm going to type in literally Sherlock Holmes DVD, and that's as broad as I want your search to be. When it comes to finding out what this product's going to be worth, I want you to go into the filters next and go all the way down and make sure you're hitting the customize button, and then I want you to be locking out those filters. From there, go back into the filter, and then I want you to select sold. I want you to go up even further, and I want your item location to be within Australia. And then I also want you to go up even further and make sure it's in used condition, because that's the one that we have here. And finally, I want the price point to be at the very top, highest price plus postage. So when I do a bit of a search through this, I can see that volume 1 to 8, well, we've got here a complete series which is volumes 1 to 4, so that's not an exact match for our copy. If I continue on down, I've actually got a direct match here on 3 different copies of the one that I actually have, including the slipcase and the artwork, and it's selling for $55. So if I keep scrolling down, there's another copy here for 50 plus, $39.95 plus 11, that's still $50. And then I've got a $49.95, a $49.90, and then it kind of disappears. So this is a really easy one to identify because the price points are ranging from like $49 all the way up to about $55. So I could easily list this up for $49.95 and I could get the item to go on to sell. So what you're wanting to do here with this process is really just identify an exact product match for the one that you have, including the artwork, and then just identify the highest price that it's sold for, the lowest price that it's sold for, and then try and price yourself a little bit above the lowest price because that makes you competitive in the market and you're going to get a really nice and fast sale on your DVD. I'm going to go ahead and select one of these search results that I like the look of the title because you can fast track this listing process by doing a thing called sell similar. So if I click on this title here that I like the look of, I can click the button that says sell one like this. Now I should say, I do all of my listings on the mobile phone, but you could totally do your listings on the laptop as well. There's 2 different ways to do it. I just think a really fast process for me is just to complete the entire listing one by one and do it off the mobile phone. So I'm going to click the button up the top here that says take photos. And what you want to do first of all is to make sure that your camera icon is set on a 1:1 aspect ratio. That's going to be hugely important. It creates a square photo. And then I'm going to take 6 images. So I'm going to take a shot of the top cover. I'm going to take a shot of the back. And then I'm going to actually go ahead and open up one of the DVD cases. I might even do a top of the actual DVD case itself. Then I'm going to open it up, take that shot. I'm going to pop one of the discs, and I'm only going to show one of the discs because that basically says that all of the discs look like that. You don't need to take a ton of photos in that regard. And then the last shot that I'm going to take is just a spine shot of the DVD standing up just like that. That looks beautiful. So there's my 6 photos. Really, when it comes to photos, you only need to take 6 images, and they're my 6 images right there. Now, title. Title is very, very important when it comes to DVDs on eBay because what you got to think about a title is, what would the buyer be searching for to find Sherlock Holmes DVD? Well, probably exactly that, right? You're wanting to front end the most important keywords at the front of the title because that's how the item actually gets found on the search bar. The buyer goes in and types in Sherlock Holmes DVD, and your front-ended keywords in your title is that exact match. So the eBay algorithm presents that to the customer, and then they click on your item and hopefully buy it because you got the price right. So this one here right now, I don't mind it. It says Sherlock Holmes The Complete Collection DVD. I don't think a customer would actually search The Complete Collection. I think they would more so search Sherlock Holmes DVD The Complete Collection. So I'm just going to delete DVD there, and I'm going to bring it in at the second keyword like that. DVD. There we go. So we've got Sherlock Holmes DVD, so the title of the show plus what it is, the product, DVD, and then we're saying that it is the complete collection of that show. We're also stipulating the region, which is super important in the title. And then the other keywords that are not as necessarily as important are things like actors' names or the year or the make of the show. Now, I sometimes don't even put in 1984, or I wouldn't even put in Jeremy Brett because I don't think there are too many people searching for that. But if you had a really famous actor like, I don't know, Tom Cruise or something like that, you could put that in at the back end of your listings and potentially help get that search engine kicking up more search results for you. But as you can see with my title, I've got 70 out of 80 characters selected here, and that is a great title in the sense of character selection. eBay loves you to try and get to at least 60 characters, so just keep an eye on that when you're building your titles to try and get up to 60 characters. It just produces enough keywords for you to be able to get found in the search bar. So we're going to go further down and we're going to click on condition, and we're going to say that this one is in pretty much like new condition. However, I'm just going to be on the safe side and I'm just going to say very good for that one there. And then we have all of our item specifics pre-built in because we did sell similar, and we didn't start our listing from scratch. So this is a really quick way to get a listing up nice and fast. So I'm just going to go into the item specifics and just have a bit of a look and check. And to be honest with you, all of these item specifics are perfect. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit done on that. We don't need to add anything in. In the description, I'm going to click on use AI description, and I'm just going to literally go ahead and add in an AI description. Total click of a button, takes 2 seconds. And then price. Well, we'd already done our pricing research before we started this listing, and we knew that the buy it now price was going to be $49.95, and more options. We're going to turn offers on, always allow best offers, and then we're going to leave it at that because there's nothing else required. When it comes to shipping and handling, you can do a standard Australia Post. I've got a policy in here right now for my shipping and handling, which is pre-set up. But as you can see here, I'm using an Australia Post standard small box or satchel. And that's what we're going to be talking about in a second. So you can pick post domestically, standard Australia Post parcel, and that will be totally fine. And you can run with the free for buyer, free postage model. Rather than charging $40 plus $10, you can charge $49.95 free shipping. And that is what I personally recommend. And then from there, you're going to need to go ahead and add some promoted listing. If you have less than 100 sales on eBay, then I want you to do 8% promoted listing. I personally have more than 100 active listings, more than 100 sales on eBay, so I promote at 3%. And I recommend if you're over 100, you're a top-rated eBay seller, I think 3% is a great place to be. And then from there are 2 options. You could either list it now and put it live up for sale, or you could build a bit of a draft bank. And I think if you've got a lot of DVDs to list per the DVD strategy that I won't be talking about in this video today, but structuring it out to have a certain dollar amount go live every single day is very, very healthy for you to get a lot of DVD sales. But for now, I'm going to hit mine to go live, but you guys could hit save for later and put it into a draft bank. And then you want to list up a certain number of dollar amount every single day into your store. So that DVD is now live with a correct price point, and it should go on to sell really well because we've structured the listing correctly. It's going to get found, it's going to get clicked on, identified, and then people are going to love the price. It should go on to sell. Now, when it comes to shipping, there are a couple of different options depending on what situation you're in. If you're here in Australia and you're first starting out, eBay's got this new system where you are actually on free fees. You don't pay any fees up until $25,000 worth of sales. So that's a huge advantage for you, but you do need to go down the path of using eBay labels. And eBay labels is a slightly different process to do your postage. However, if you are over $25,000 or if you choose a store subscription, you can actually use Australia Post My Post Business. And that's a huge advantage for you because if you can stack up sales on My Post Business, then you're actually able to generate quite a lot of discount. And the Australia Post My Post Business is what I personally use. It takes all of the data from eBay, plugs it into the My Post Business, and then I facilitate my orders through the My Post Business website. But the way that I go about packaging up my DVDs, depending on what the DVD sale is firstly this one right here, which is an Australia Post medium tracked post envelope. It costs about $7.30, $73 to buy a pack of 10, and it fits these single DVDs perfectly. Now, a lot of sellers or some sellers around the country will say that some post offices don't like you to go ahead and do a DVD or a video game in these envelopes. I have sold thousands in these envelopes and it is totally acceptable to do. So don't stress about that. I want you to go ahead and use these for all of your singles. When you get a set of 2, this is a mini bundle or it could be a series 1 and a series 2, which causes it to be a complete series box set. If you've got a bundle of 2 DVDs that you need to ship off, I use these, which is the Australia Post extra small satchel. Super cheap to send off, and there's a little bit of bubble wrap in there. I slide it in there and 2 DVDs fit in there perfectly. From there, if we had a big Harry Potter bundle like this one here, then I'm going ahead and putting it into a small padded mailer, which is this one right here. These hold up to 8 DVDs very, very comfortably and they don't get damaged. I literally just slide in 8 DVDs and they go completely fine. After I have 8, say somebody came in and they bought a big stack of 10 or 11 or 12 DVDs, a big bundle. Well, I'm going ahead and I'm putting it into a cardboard box with some butcher's paper and some bubble wrap around the product. I'm putting it in and then I'm putting my label on the box, and you do need to weigh it and you do need to measure it so you've got the right dimensions of the box when you facilitate your postage through the Australia Post MyPost website. So they are really the 4 different ways of mailing out these DVDs. And the Australia Post MyPost business is as easy as eBay labels. It doesn't matter which way you go, but depending on which subscription or non-subscription you have will determine which way you go. But yeah, it's a simple process. It's a great product to sell, and I think you'll have a lot of success with it because, like I said, I've done $180,000 in this category. I'm so content with the way that this thing sells on eBay. It's just a matter of going out there and educating yourself. And look, I'll leave you with this DVD video right here to boost your motivation, because this was a ridiculous find and it went on to sell for a lot of money. We'll see you over there for that one.